Happy Workers' Day to all the viewers around the world. Yeah, Workers' Day may have come and gone, but we must greet all the workers for putting up the good job, especially our health workers who work tirelessly to make sure we stay in good health. And how can I forget my maritime brethren from, of course, ship owners, to freight forwarders who make sure the cargo gets delivered to the importer's warehouse, and of course to the importers who make sure our freight forwarders are of course having jobs to do. And of course we must thank all the government agencies. Special Happy Workers' Day to you for putting up all those things you do to make sure that we have trade facilitation in Nigeria. Special Workers' Day greetings to you. Special greetings also to all our Muslim brethren. I want to say Eid al-Fitr to you all, and we hope that we'll have a better Nigeria that will deliver the beauties that we desire for this country. On that note, I welcome you to Lens on Maritime, where you get the very best in the maritime sector. The program is fully loaded for your viewing pleasure. I'm sure a lot of you are already enjoying the beautiful ambience you are seeing on your TV screen right now. We'll get to that in a bit, but let's take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll unleash all the details we have for you in the program today. Don't go away.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clearing documentation of you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Maritime Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Maritime Agencies Limited, we offer the best of customs services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Maritime Agencies Limited, second floor of Fimo House, Plot 6 Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091-616-78740 or send us an email on emailangagencies@gmail.com. Maritime Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
Welcome back. Now let's give you all the stories we are tracking at this time. Enjoy it. The Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, has said the Lekki Deep Sea Port, when completed, will make Nigeria regain the maritime businesses it has lost to ports in Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ghana. According to the minister, it would also be a big boost for Nigeria in the quest to make advantage of the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. The minister, who said this during a tour of the Lekki Deep Sea Port, also estimated that over $201 billion in taxes, royalties and duties would be generated for the Nigerian government when the port commences operation in the fourth quarter of 2022. The Council of Maritime Truck Union and Association, COMTUA, has commended the Nigerian Police Festac Division for its prompt action in responding to the distress call by COMTUA against the illegal activities of thugs in the Amuodofin area of Lagos State. COMTUA President Mr. Adeyinka Aroyo, in a letter to the Commissioner of Police made available to Lens on Maritime, alleged that thugs within the Amuodofin axis area kidnapped one of his members for failure to yield to their extortion demands. Arayabo says the driver was badly wounded and has since been on admission after police secured his release from the thugs. The COMTUA president, while appreciating Festac Division, led by the DPO ESP Balogun, appealed to the division that the arrested suspects are prosecuted appropriately to serve as deterrent to other offenders. All right, welcome back. Now, today we're looking at a lot of issues trending in the maritime sector, and it's no more news that the federal government of Nigeria, in their wisdom, reopened the different borders that was shut or that were shut for over 2 years. And I mean, there have been lots of talks about it. And also, it's also no more news that the VIN valuation 15% levy, no, not VIN valuation, I beg your pardon, the NAC levy has been changed to 15% levy for all imported imported vehicles, and a lot of people are asking the difference between the both. Now, joining me to discuss this is the Deputy National President, Seaport, Chief Afam Chukuma of the National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Thank you, Branson.
Yes. Now, let's look at, there have been lots of talks about 2 whole years, but that were short, and federal governments, in their wisdom, decided to, open the border. And there have been lots of questions if some of those fears that made the government to shut those borders at first has been met. What's your view about this?
I think you have also said it all in your questions. The federal government, in their wisdom, applied their powers as encapsulated in the SEMA Act and in other relevant laws of the nation. For us as freight forwarders, and for us as observers and port users, active stakeholders of the port system, whether seaports, airports, or land borders, we who are part of the supply chain in a cross-border business, we are looking at it from the point of economic advantage, even from the point of security. You ask questions. Why did the federal government shut the borders in the first place? Now that they have decided to reopen the border, what are the deliverables? What have they achieved? The reason for which the borders were shut, have they been met? Have they realized them? Now, in the first place, there was the issue of small arms, and there was another issue of boosting local productivity. Okay? In the wisdom of the federal government, part of the reasons they gave that led to the shutting of the borders was to encourage local production, which is fantastic. And they wanted other neighboring countries, such as the Benin Republic, Togo, maybe Ghana, to also improve their systems, because they thought that they were probably taking advantage of importation and using Nigeria as a transit, and boosting their own economy. So the federal government felt fine. We shut these borders, let those goods that have come from outside of the ECOWAS region remain in your country, get consumed in your various countries, because Nigeria is being used, your countries are used as transit zones to pass these goods to Nigeria as final destinations, as against ECOWAS treaty. Okay. Now, we understand all these facts. But having done this with impression to boost local productivity, what did the federal government put in place? I think that should be the ultimate question. Boosting local productivity is not a one-sided policy thing. Okay, it is something that is all-encompassing. For instance, for you to have a output on local production to grow your GDP as a nation, it's not just about shutting down the borders or discouraging importation. You need to ensure that the indices and parameters that we aid local production, such as power, good power supply system, raw material supply system, good road network and transportation system, availability of people to purchase are enhanced. So all of these other indices were not put in place and have not been put in place up to this moment. So considering all of this, I would conclude by saying that the federal government has not realized their reason for shutting down the border, if it were local productivity and security.
Now, you made mention of the fact that one of the reasons why government shut the border was the fact that they were probably scared or not sure if the neighboring country were using Nigeria, as a route to also facilitate their own trade. Is there any form of truth in that?
Well, I will agree with them to an extent in that, because I know from investigations and analysis that 60 to 70% of the goods that come to Benin Republic, for instance, end up finding their ways into Nigeria, and they do not pay customs duty as Nigeria as final destination. They pay customs duty as if they're using Nigeria as a transit, probably to take the goods to Niger Republic and some other places that they must pass through Nigeria to do that. So they pay peanuts and transit fees and all of that. So I think federal government verifying that this is what's going on. They felt, okay, fine, you have to stop this, and when it's not happening, they shut down the border. That's why you would hear the customs CJ Ahmed Ali last year saying, until the neighboring countries are ready to oblige and do the necessary things. I think that's what he meant when he kept saying all of that. But this has been for a very long time. For me, even shutting down the border is not the solution to this, because we have manpower personnel at the border to sieve, because there are products that actually are going on transit, and there are products that are coming to Nigeria as final destination. The Nigerian customs should have been able to differentiate these things and collect the proper duty for those that are meant to go to Nigeria. If you are supposed to be on transit to Niger and all of that, there's supposed to be some form of strong and concrete paperwork to show that, right from the origin. No, Chief, not just here.
Chief, I mean, one of the things that worries me is the fact that, I mean, why would an importer decide to go through Benin Republic, for instance, when Nigeria is actually closer to Niger Republic, for instance, as a case study? Why would a freight forwarder not rather, deliver in Nigeria when you know that it's just a straight route to to Niger Republic? Why go through Benin Republic, Nigeria, and then Niger, for instance, when Nigeria is an easier route?
That is what you call landlocked nations. Some of the waterways didn't go through some countries. Okay. For instance, if you are, I'm not sure Niger Republic has strong ports that can take, that has a draft to take big vessels. Okay, to go directly to that place, for instance. So they use land borders to receive importation or to export. So, but that's not a problem. But the problem should be, even if that is even going on, there should be a way to actually determine which is on transit and which Nigeria is the final destination. Okay, and that is where the Nigerian Customs Service should do their job.
Now, I'm even saying, why shouldn't the importers, for instance, bet their vessel or their cargo in Nigeria? Why take it all the way to Niger just to bring it back to Nigeria to get to Niger? It looks like a longer route when you can, deliver your cargo in Nigeria and just move it straight.
Yes, probably you can talk about more efficient port systems. Okay, and having cheaper clearing costs, or what have you. When you have a seamless, even the shipping company themselves, at times they prefer to go to some of these countries, because they know that when the vessel bats, there's little or no issues about congestion, waiting for a turnaround time. When the vessel comes, you spend 1 week, you are still in the berth, you have not even been allocated a berth to discharge your cargo, you are still waiting, and you're paying demurrage to the charterers and even to the federal government themselves. So some of these issues make them want to go there, and some importers believe that when they go there, it's easier, it's faster, it's cheaper, then route it through Nigeria as a transit. After checking out the cost, it's still cheaper for you and faster for you. So that's an instruction, especially for those whose businesses are located towards the Maitu, Badagry, ECOWAS corridor. Okay, so those ones prefer to use that for these reasons, I believe. But essentially, it's about cost management and cost analysis, and also for those who are actually on transit. There are those who are actually on transit, but everybody now hides under the guise of transit to move their cargo from that end.
Now, it worries me with the analysis you've given, which makes sense to me. Now, the question is, why do we have a very high cost of clearing of cargo in Nigeria?
It's a matter of so many factors. Ineptitude in the management of the port systems. Look at our port access road. And I will give you back a very simple question. In the last 5 years, to be conservative, Have you been able to drive your car from Mile 2 to Apapa, passing Tinkan, passing Trinity?
I can't remember the last
5 years.
I can't remember.
It has not happened. So what is the problem? Is it that we don't generate enough fund to fix the port access roads? Or is it that we don't have the money? I tell you, if the federal government will dedicate just 1% of what they have earned from the ports in Lagos to fixing the port access road,
1%.
just 1% of what they have earned, we want to give back to the community or to the port system, all the roads, all the infrastructures along the port road, and even the port themselves, 1% back for development of this area. By now, our port access road will be like the best in the world. At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving you from demurrage.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Come talk to us at 7A Bikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-622-71120, 081-276-33510, or you can send us an email info@iscsltd.com or visit our website www.iscsltd.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clearing documentation off you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Maritime Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Maritime Agencies Limited, we offer the best of customs services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Maritime Agencies Limited, second floor of Fimo House, Plot 6, Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091-616-78740 or send us an email on emailandagencies@gmail.com. Maritime Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
Now, Chief, before I let you go, let's look at now. Nigerian Customs Service sometime last week said the NAC levy, National Automation Council levy, 15% that was imposed for imported vehicles, has now been scrapped. Now it's 15% levy, and we are wondering what's the difference. I mean, how would you react to this?
Tie a goat to the rope and use rope to tie the goat. It's still the same thing. It's about semantics, okay, and maybe legal technicalities.
Okay,
when you want to avoid certain pitfalls, avoid being sued or being accused of breaching any existing laws. Meanwhile, you are still hell bent on achieving your aim. Begin to see some of all of this. Yes, the common external tariff, ECOWAS, they have a band. The first band is where you have the common tariff, 10%, 20%, or what have you. Then you come to the second band, you then see the nations of ECOWAS, being allowed to place maybe their levies or VATs or taxes based on their specific needs. Now, the whole idea, at least in the mind of the policy makers of this nation, at least in the ideal situation, the idea is to encourage automobile production and assembly in Nigeria.
Okay,
this is a fantastic
idea,
fantastic policy. It didn't start now. Even in the time when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of Nigeria, I remember very well that this automobile policy issue came up when they promised us and advertised so much that that Toyota was even coming to build plants in Nigeria, that Volkswagen was going to revamp their plants somewhere. There's a place we call Volks. If you're going to Badagry from my two, that place we call Volks, actually Volkswagen, where they used to assemble cars. The Pojo in Enugu, you remember Pojo in Enugu then, where you have a Namco and the rest of them. They were all coming back. Innocent vehicle manufacturing in Anambra State in the Newi is there already. So many automobile plants were going to come up, and that was why they needed to discourage importation of vehicles. Therefore, the way to do it is to put levy, 25%, 15%, make technically plus duty 35 to 45%.
To discourage importation.
To discourage importation, so that our people begin to drive new cars, made in Nigerian cars. Instead of importing used vehicles, these companies should come here and build plants, which is okay. That's what you have in other nations. If you go to South Africa, Toyota has plants. In America, they have plants. That's why you hear of American specification and all of that. Because if they have plants here, they will begin to build according to our weather, according to our roads, according to our climate, according to our conditions. Must not give us what you have there. You build to our specification. These are expectations, genuine expectations, genuine policies. But again, what enablements have the federal government put in place for these things to thrive? Beyond just discouraging importation, beyond just making importation expensive or clearing cost expensive, what of security? What of power to power the plants? Electricity to power these things? Where are they?
Let me even ask
what of rule? What of security?
Chief, I mean, the 2% NAC that has been on, what has the government done with the 2% collected?
You see, it's not up to me to know what they have done with it, but because I'm a freight forwarder, and when I do my own clearing, I pay my fees. What they do with all the money, not just NAC, they ask the customs duties, the taxes, just from this sector. Of course, from the oil sector, from the other sector, federal government makes a lot of money, but we know they also borrow money. We know how many times they've sent bills to National Assembly to borrow money. They are still sending. I mean, your answer is as good as mine. I mean, I cannot answer what they're doing with it, but we need to see that we have roads. We need to see good hospitals. We need to see security. We need to see good power supply system. When these things are even there, the manufacturing sector will thrive naturally.
No.
Such that when you want to discourage importation, it becomes an augmentation of what is already on the and everything clicks, and the GDP of the nation is being built, the economy is booming, and we're all doing fine as a nation.
Now, finally, time is fast spent on the program today, but I mean, what's the way forward? Some freight forwarders are saying that after this period, after this week, most likely they might shut down the port. And it looks like some freight forwarding associations are saying, now guys, relax, let's negotiate, let's talk to government in 30 seconds. What do you think is the way forward in all of this?
Well, I think confrontation in the first phase may not be a good strategy. It's important we further engage the customs and the federal government to make them see reasons. Like I said earlier, we are not against you discouraging importation of vehicles or whatever products, because each time there is increase in tariff, most times the fiscal policy committee have looked at a particular sector that they want to intervene, they want to encourage. For instance, you know that anti-malaria pays levy. Okay, if you look at it on the surface, it may sound irrational, because malaria is a very common disease in Nigeria. They don't have it in America or in Europe. They don't have such, they have their own peculiar problems. Now, drugs for malaria, amongst every other drugs, should be one of those that should not be paying anything.
Duty-free.
So that people can have very quick and easy access to anti-malaria medicines. But it pays levy. Why? Because the government also wants to encourage local production of malaria products. And so you have people producing it in various forms, some both herbal, both traditional, both the orthodox medicines and the scientific one you have today. So, I mean, we believe they are the wisest, those that make policies. Okay, they are the wisest, but we look at your policies, we study it, we analyze it, we look at the situations, and we offer our own suggestion. Maybe you want to say constructive criticisms to enable them improve. You know, it's just a feedback mechanism for them to improve and refine the policies they make. So simply say, I would just want to say, whatever they are doing, they should consider the masses, they should consider the purchasing power of the people, they should consider the current economic situation of the nation. They should deliberately build capacities, build people, remove people from poverty. When you have a wealthy population, educated population, people having things to do, small and medium enterprises thriving through provision of basic amenities, you can do all these things. All these things are done, but they come secondary. So the government should first of all do the fundamental things, provide the basic amenities, and small and medium scale businesses will thrive. Then you bring up these policies to augment, and it will just be a good one all the way.
All right, I must thank you very much for coming on the program today and for sharing your rich experience and thoughts with us on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Branson.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
All right. All right, I mean, what an in-depth analysis and discussions we've had today, and it just shows that we must keep hope alive and believe Nigerian ports one day would be one of the best, not just in Africa, but in the world. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Now, if you have any events in the maritime sector you want to feature on this program, give us a call. The number is right there on your screen, 080-322-66692. You can also send us an email, crystallinemedia@gmail.com, and also go to our YouTube channel. It's Nigeria Maritime TV. Now don't forget to subscribe so you can catch up with all the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is Brownson, one of the production crew. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.